you're looking for a car, recreational vehicle, or a home, Central Minnesota Federal Credit Union works to keep rates low and provides quality service to make borrowing easy.
Welcome everybody, Dustin Williams here for Digilog ROCORI. The ROCORI Spartans in Game 2 of a doubleheader. In Game 1 they lost to St. Cloud Cathedral in the subsection championship on a couple of questionable calls by the umpires, but nonetheless, you play ball. Here, Sadie Fonenstein gets the Paynesville batter to pop up with a runner on second base and no outs, but Paynesville would strike first in the first inning with an RBI ground out here, and they would lead after a half inning 1-0. ROCORI would strike right back, however, in the bottom half of the first. A nice sacrifice bunt by Chelsea Stang, and Stacy Schweel would move up into second base. She would move over to third, and on this blast of a double by Jordan Hansen, she would score, tying it up at 1-1. And ROCORI did not want extra innings again in this game. As you could see, it was late enough as it is, so Jordan Hansen would move on over on the delayed steal. So they call her out originally, but the third baseman would drop the ball, so the umps would get together with the Paynesville coach and explain why they called Hansen safe, even though originally they called her out. Here, Hansen would come on in to score, as there's another double all the way to the wall, and the Spartans would lead 2-1 at the end of the first inning. We move ahead to the top half of the third now, and a line drive right back up the middle. Nice play by Sadie Fonenstein to stay with it. She throws out the speedy runner at first base. Here, a steal by the Paynesville base runner, and she would move ahead on into third base under the tag of Hansen. She would get herself into scoring position. However, Sadie Fonenstein would be up to the task, and she would strike out the Paynesville batter looking, and ROCORI leads the middle of the third 2-1. The bats would come alive once again for ROCORI as Chelsea Stang sends a blast deep to right field that would land at the base of the wall. She would come on into third base, slide underneath the tag, and stay on the base as the Paynesville Bulldogs player applies the tag. She would come on in to score on this RBI ground out by Jordan Hansen, and the Spartans would lead 3-1 after 3 innings. The defense stayed sharp for the Spartans, as here April Cervantes takes one off the leg, but she gets the lead runner at second base. And once again, Sadie Fonenstein would get out of the inning with an inning-ending strikeout. She gets praise from Brian Ottman here, and the bats once again come through in the bottom half of the fourth inning. As Courtney Bernard rips a double, you're going to see the Spartans score one more time, and an errant throw by the shortstop would allow Bernard to move on in to third base. Here she'll score as the bunt attempt misses, and the ball gets by the catcher onto the backstop, and the Spartans lead 5-1. They would plate 2 more runs here as a weak single goes up the middle, but it's just what the Spartans need, and they lead 7-1 after 4 innings. In the bottom half of the 6th inning, the Spartans say, enough with this late night softball, we don't want to play under the lights anymore, and they would get a couple runners on base. Shortly after, they're going to ground to the pitcher, who throws wildly to home plate, and with the winning run on third base, Abby Rademacher is going to come up and lace a single into left center field. Jordan Hansen would come across to touch home plate, and the ROCORI Spartans would win by the 10-run rule. 11-1 is your final in 6 innings, and the ROCORI Spartans are your subsection 19 second place finishers.